All right, Larry Kruger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. Check out Pig and a Pickle, two locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Go get the brisket. The brisket chili's amazing. The pulled pork, the barbecue chicken, it's all great. Go say hi to Damon and Mary and tell them that Larry Kruger sent you. All right. We're also brought to you by Marin Autoglass, 415-883-3030, marinautoglass.com on the web. Well, little Twitter report today says the 49ers will listen to trade offers for star wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk through the first round of the draft. This is according to The Athletic. The only details they offer is that the Steelers and Patriots have been linked to Aiyuk. And, it's an interesting report. There's reports out that the Niners are not going to be listening to offers for Aiyuk. And you just don't know what to believe. But I think that one makes sense in that the Niners are not trading Brandon Aiyuk for anything less than a first round pick and probably a mid first round pick. Now, the Patriots are interesting. They pick third overall. And if Caleb Williams goes one and Drake May or Jaden Daniels goes two, they'll be staring at a quarterback at three. And if they don't like that quarterback, they could just draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and have the best wide receiver in the draft. They may do that. They may not. They may start a trade down the board, knowing that there are teams that want to trade up for either Daniels or May or JJ McCarthy. They could trade down the board a little bit. And if they go down the board and start trading down, then maybe a guy like Aiyuk makes sense. If they really, the Patriots badly need wide receiver help. Everybody kind of knows that. But they also, if you're smart, do you go with a rookie wide receiver? There's a lot of hit and miss there. There's a lot of risk involved there. There's a lot of development involved there. So if the Patriots decide to move down from 3 on draft day, I could see them making 1, 2, or 3 trades and moving down the board and getting into the middle of the first round. And if they got into the middle of the first round, maybe they would want more of a sure thing like Brandon Aiyuk than a mid-round pick. So that's something to look for. The other team rumored here are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers overall pick number 20, I believe. And if the Niners were able to get the 20th pick overall for Brandon Aiyuk, what would they use it on? Well, it could be Brian Thomas, the LSU wide receiver. He could be there. Could be J.C. Latham, the big right tackle from Alabama, number 65. There's a chance he's there as well. And then there's Troy Fatanu. There's Leatu Latu from UCLA who could fall down the board. There's a number of guys, including a number of offensive tackles that could be on the board for them as well. So why would the Steelers they already have Pickens. Why would they want Aiyuk? Well, Mike Tomlin's got a great record. He's never had a losing record in Pittsburgh, but they also haven't won a playoff game in like 5 years. And he could be feeling some pressure. And if they really feel like their big primary need is a wide receiver, the last thing they probably want to do is go into the draft and take some speculative wide receiver and have that guy take 2 or 3 years to develop. To me, the interest in Brandon Aiyuk should come from teams that if they don't make a move, the decision maker could be out in a year. That's also why the other team that's been rumored to have interest in Aiyuk is Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville is a team that has Trent Baalke, and they had to fire a lot of their defensive coaches. Doug Peterson's won a Super Bowl, so they're not going to change out Doug. And so I would imagine if Jacksonville doesn't have a significant improvement this year and really step up, they've got the 17th pick in the draft. If they don't step up and have a significant improvement, Trent Baalke probably gets it at the end of the year. And I think he's smart enough to know it. So that could be why Trent has some interest in trading for Brandon Aiyuk. So whether it's the Steelers, whether it's the Patriots, whether it's the Jaguars, Brandon Aiyuk is, according to this report, the Niners will listen to trade offers for Brandon Aiyuk through the first round of the draft, according to The Athletic. So if it gets to the second round, they're no longer interested in moving him. But if you're willing to trade them a first round draft choice for Brandon Aiyuk, sounds like with all the good tackles and receivers and players that could be around in the back half of round one, that John Lynch and the 49ers may at least answer the phone and be listening. And you say, well, why would the Niners do that? Simply because the 49ers, if they pay Brandon Aiyuk what he wants, if they've already paid Aiyuk or Debo 28 million, they just re-upped with Juwan Jennings. They're going to have over $60 million tied up in 3 wide receivers on a team that is kind of a run-first football team. So, I don't think the Niners are in a rush to get rid of Brandon Aiyuk, but I also don't think they're in a rush to pay him $30 million a year. And my guess is that the Niners have their number on Aiyuk that they're willing to go to. And if his number, for whatever reason, exceeds their number, I think they're going to stay disciplined. I think they're going to make a trade. As much as I don't want them to, and they're in their Super Bowl window, I don't know that I would want a rookie wide receiver in their Super Bowl window. But maybe they feel with Debo and Juwan Jennings and the other, players that are available either in free agency or the draft could give them a reasonable facsimile of what Aiyuk offers and allow them to improve their roster at improve their roster in another spot. I mean, the 49ers badly need JC Latham. JC Latham is a 6'6", 350-pound offensive tackle who's played right tackle for Alabama for, this last year. And he's a monster. He's an absolute monster. He's the kind of guy that's going to play in the NFL for 15 years, you would think. So they need that kind of player, and they're not going to get that kind of player at 31. So if they really want him, they may have to move Aiyuk. And it is interesting, though. They won't listen to offers after the first round for Aiyuk. And thus far, the teams that are showing the interest are the Steelers, the Patriots, and maybe to a little bit of a lesser degree, the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, let's get a word here from the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Aura sponsoring this video. Have you ever typed your name on the internet and seen all of your private information is online? Are you tired of receiving tons of spam calls from random numbers? Are you receiving more and more of these as time has gone on? Well, that's where Aura, the sponsor of today's show, can really help you out. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and spammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, your email, your home address, all your records, your health records, who your relatives are. It's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it also protects me from hackers who could use the information to help them access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, or any other sensitive information. Aura also does so much more to protect me and my family from online threats I can't see. I get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up. And best of all, I get everything at one affordable price. I value my privacy and I value yours. You can go to the link in the description to start your 2-week free trial. Thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of The Krug Show. And thanks to all you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.